Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Main Street Prowlers. Can you guys believe it's actually one of the last three episodes that we have for this season?
Yeah,
Man, it's been a wild ride. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a wild, wonderful ride.
Exactly.
it was a fun, wild ride. That's for sure.
And that can be said for this weekend as well.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. But, that's,
Let's start off with this. Let's start off let's answer the main question. Where have we been at for the last few weeks?
exactly.
Let's say that we all had to self quarantine because it becomes one of those deals that way of life that transpired during this day and age.
That's why I'm not there.
It's not one of the greatest things in the world to do, but it was made so we can be healthy and come back to you
Exactly.
guys. Granted, we didn't want to, but we deemed it necessary, and we apologize for that fact.
But,
But one of the things that we had to do.
and we were just, a couple of us were just waking up to even think about it either. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it boils down to, basically, I remember saying something over the last time about being safe, being sane, and being sanitary, and we followed the three S's like we should, and it came to a factor that yes, it hit all of us differently and accordingly, and we had to do what we had to do. Now we come back to you guys.
and definitely a lot better.
Yeah, much better, much better.
I don't know about that.
Since the last episode, I know Dan and I have both gotten our first doses. I don't know about you.
No, I've had
I
a.
did.
Rob got his first dose. Myself, I was diagnosed with it, unfortunately. I was diagnosed with it, and I had an antibody treatment. So therefore,
so you have to wait 60 days.
so therefore, I have to wait another 70+ days.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be a while before I can even
yeah.
talking about the first dose.
Yep, I got my first dose before you even got diagnosed with yours. I got my first dose the 21st of last month.
Wow, it's been that long already?
Yeah, I go the 22nd to get my second dose.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got mine on the 7th.
Yep, I go this month to get my second dose. So
and I got mine on the 7th too, which is kind of funny.
Hey. There we go.
I go back on the 28th myself for the second one. So,
Mine's on the 6th of next month.
So basically, what we're saying is that we're not scientists. We're still asking for the three S's: being safe, being sane, being sanitary, and hopefully we get through this a lot better, and a lot wiser, a lot smarter.
and it'll give us a full capacity arena next year.
Right, most definitely. But now that the case of business is been taken care of, let's talk hockey.
Hockey, hockey, hockey. Oh,
Let's talk about this week. Let's talk about it especially this week. This week, let's talk about especially this week with the Prowlers' last home week of the season. This nice little short but pleasant season that we were so very fortunate to have.
I'll take 20 plus games over nothing. So it's
Yeah, I gotta admit for me. It was a blessing in disguise,
yes,
a much needed breather from what was going on in the world.
yes.
Much needed fighting that is that was very much anticipated.
Hi, Laura.
Yeah, hi Laura.
Hi, Laura. It was much needed to where we got a chance to go out and see some games, experience the team how it was,
yes,
how they are, not past its present tense. Seen a shutout, which was very well deserved.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kids, talk about love. That was an amazing game.
I mean, it was. What else can I describe about these last 4 games, and what else can I describe about the season as a whole at the moment? Because it's
They played their hearts out.
yes, the team that we had definitely played their hearts out, definitely, and I want to be first guy to say that I appreciate. First of all, let's start with I appreciate the Port Huron Prowlers as a whole, as an organization as a whole, for having to come together this season the way they did and play the way they played. I appreciate that with them. The second thing I want to say is that I appreciate what Columbus did during last week when they were down there for the Autism Awareness Weekend. That was a very classy move by Scott Brandon's boys. I also thirdly I want to say that big ups once again, and I will talk about it in more detail. Kurt Gutting. Besides the one game in Elmira on Tuesday, that man has been, or I should say that kid, because I don't think he's 21 yet, has been stellar in between the pipes. All the way through.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be in the position we are.
He's definitely
I mean, I'm not.
definitely a really, really good goalie.
Yes.
Marissa, how are you guys doing tonight?
Surviving.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
First, 3 to 4 of us are running it.
Three of the 4. I'm home.
Yeah,
Forget about Rob.
you know. If it's not one thing, it's another thing that transpired with us. At one point when we came back, we figured we all would come back, but unfortunately, once again, science prevails.
Right.
And that's what science has a way of prevailing yet again. But it goes how it goes. But okay, but I have to say this. Oh, one more thing I gotta thank the fans. I have to truly thank the fans, especially here in Port Huron. And for anybody who made the travel here to watch their team play. It is very appreciative for y'all guys to come up and watch great hockey in action. And yeah, we'll be looking forward to it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful to at least have 4 teams playing. Next year we will have.
Hopefully everybody back.
Yes. How many teams we got now? 10, 11,
9.
9?
That's if Bloomington actually is off the ground.
Yes.
Bloomington will get off the ground. Bloomington will definitely get off the ground, and they will run it. How they supposed to.
Yes. Yep. Speaking of Bloomington, Illinois, they actually have a commercial on here.
Well, I guess it's also depending what happens in Danville fully. Because there are still talks of them moving to a different city. So they're not fully out just yet. And Barry wants to keep Danville around.
Well, he wants to keep any hockey going. He wants to keep as many teams going as he can.
Exactly, but especially Danville because that was his brainchild.
Yeah, that was his original team.
And that was sad the way how Danville did though.
Exactly.
How that shit was did. I mean, granted, you do wanna update it, a bigger league, and I understand that. I get that wholeheartedly.
Mm.
However, to make the city of Danville, the population of Danville, who love their Dashers, choose from their beloved Dashers to a Southern Professional Hockey League team, and I mean that's hard for them. That's real hard for them.
And not only we're fighting against SPHL, they're also fighting against the NAHL, who a lot of Port Huron people recognize from the Fighting Falcons era. And they didn't have much of a chance, but they were fighting against two other entities. And it was, I do that to a team that has been successful so far.
Yeah, and I will agree to the NAHL being successful in some cities, and I will agree to that. Unfortunately, here when it happened here, I think it truly got a lot of people's nerves, and the reason behind there's a reason behind the Ice Hawks aren't here anymore. I get that, but I think it really pulled away the fan base for that.
Right.
So I can't really go on and say that it wasn't great, but it was. I gotta admit, the first season of the Fighting Falcons to me wasn't all that great.
But again, it was one of the situations where, like the Bees, you put a team together in 2 to 3 weeks with no practice, just going right from putting the team together to playing.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that. That's one thing I do understand. However, like I said, for me, I didn't go watch the Fighting Falcons first year.
I did. I was there.
But
I sat there for every game that they won, a few that they won, every game they lost except for one when they were down like 12-0. I walked out on that game, grant you, but
Were you saying Fighting Falcons?
yes.
And
But I was there for every
I remember
game.
That. I remember that game. 12 to nothing one.
there was constant 12, 15 to nothing games, and it was sad to watch, but at least they gave you entertainment with the fights, though.
They played hard.
Yes, they
Those
did.
kids played hard. They really did. And the next season was even better for them.
Exactly.
But I admit now, I wasn't big on junior hockey then either, like I am now. I'm real big. I'm better on it now than I was then.
Like I tell everybody, the part I like about the low league, like what we have here, and what I like about the junior, these guys play with a lot more heart because they want to try to get to the SPHL or something. They want to get into the higher leagues to play hockey, and a lot of them play for the love of the game. Still, it's not the money; it's the love of the game.
Exactly.
And that's what makes it so special. That's the one thing I had to learn to embrace, because I didn't embrace it at first. I didn't embrace it at all. Oh, yeah, yes, we have. Matter of fact, to answer your question, Laura, we've actually talked to him.
Yeah.
He is doing very well. We have talked to him. He actually sat by us for Saturday's game.
Yep.
He is doing very well.
Yes, he is.
He's on his own too. He's on concussion protocol at the moment.
As soon as he goes home, he's got to see the doctor.
So here's hoping that he should be, now if he passes concussion protocol, there's a good chance he'll play in the playoffs.
Right, but he said if he fails it, he won't be playing anymore this year.
Right.
He'll be done for the
He's
year.
doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm real glad, especially
Yes.
that. I'll get into that one later too.
Yes, yes. We.
Also, a big shout out to the Port Huron EMS and the fire crew showing up.
Well, and everybody that helped him on the ice.
Right.
Joe Pace,
Big-
immediately going to help support his head and everything. His teammates that actually went down on the ice to help. If it wasn't for them, he'd probably be worse condition. He probably would.
Yeah.
Without the fast response that everybody did, he'd probably be majorly injured.
Right.
And
That's right there is hockey family.
Yes.
no matter who you're
Yep.
from, you gotta take care of the others.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. You don't want nobody majorly hurt. That's not what we're about. It's not what the team's about.
We
Yeah.
want
it's
to
like
see
us.
you guys play so we can pick on you.
So
Yeah. So we can find the jackass.
So I mean, honestly, that was sportsmanship at its finest.
Yes, it was.
Both teams came out, supported the fallen player. The
You
whole
know,
the whole fan base came
And
out.
I'm going to give it to
supported the
both
fallen
coaches, Mafus and Pace and everything. Everybody kept their cool when it happened.
Mhm.
Nothing got out of control. Everybody kept their cool. They worked together to get him secured and taken care of. They did.
Exactly.
But the but,
Shout out to everybody on
right.
that.
But there's still a hockey game to be played after
Yes.
that happened too. So there's still 7 minutes and 23 seconds after that game to be played.
So props to both teams to continuing the game as well.
Big props, and you're not gonna hear me say this often. Big props to the Elmira commentator also as well.
Yeah, he was
Get,
great.
getting the news out there and telling the fans what's going on. Not showing the horrendous scene on YouTube at that.
You know, I was asked, because I usually do pictures every night and I post them. And this weekend I didn't take my camera because I wanted to enjoy the games. It's the last weekend of home games. Even if I would have, and I'm going to tell you right now, even if I would have pictures of that, they would not have been posted.
Exactly.
They would not have got put up on the Facebook because that's not what I'm about. That's not what my group's about.
Right. It's also major respect to the family also as well.
Laura said your team was also right there beside him and was concerned.
Yes. Everybody in that whole arena was concerned. You could hear a pin drop in that arena when that happened.
No, everybody was. I was there that night. Everybody was quiet.
Shoot. You want to find a needle in a haystack? There you go. That's exactly what that's transpired with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another man. That's one thing about hockey: it's ups and downs, highs and lows, all that. But the major part of that is that it's hockey. It's hockey, like any sport. You can be seriously injured. That could have been a career-ending injury.
Yep.
Grateful it wasn't though.
Exactly.
Yes.
Grateful it wasn't. Grateful. Another thing, big ups to the folks for him on hospital. Where he was, treated and released, and they did a marvelous job of making sure he was comfortable. Doing things they had to do for him too as well. Anybody who works there, you automatically gonna get certain scans going on. It's basically what you do during a, test for head injuries, all that. Certain scans they run and do. So big ups to them as well.
Exactly.
He didn't have to get transported down to DMC, Detroit Medical Center. They did all here in house, and he was able to come back, stand up, walk up, get his food, walk up them nice little stairs, and have a seat and enjoy the game.
Yeah.
He wanted to play. He wanted to play.
When he came down from like you said, he was sitting up behind us. When he come down the one time, he kind of tapped me. He says, "Man, this really sucks. I feel like I'm letting the team down. I want to play." Right. He really wanted to play that night. But he just couldn't.
But that's what all athletes do.
Yes.
Especially interested. Man, I need to get out like me. I want to get on that court and go. I got to help my team out. I want to get out there and make the game winning shot, make my team proud, contribute.
Yeah.
He understands he can do it, but
But he understood that the best way he can contribute to his team right now is
be the fan and getting better. Be that fan, cheer him on.
And even though it's really hard to do.
Yeah. Well, it is hard to do, because especially right now, when even for fans, since the arenas are limited on fans. It's hard to get your home team fans, your home fans into the white team, arena. When you're on the road, you can't get that many.
And it's I'm glad Elmira for the last few games they have hosted, they've been able to get fans in their arena too.
Yes, and that's nice.
Especially 20% now.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's a good thing. So.
Enjoy.
Bob. Before we go to break here, we are at Great Lakes Gaming in Port Huron, 1632 Michigan Road. We have a limited shop right now, but still go over to MainStreetProwlers.com, see what we still have right now. We want to support you guys, so tell us what you want to hear, what you want to see from us. And also, come up and we'll talk to you no matter where you see us, because we love our community. So come here to Great Lakes Gaming, support them, see us here. GLGshop.com. They have been amazing, and I do have to give props to them because one of their owners just came back from a stroke. So Ron had a mini stroke, and I give him props for fighting and coming back. So they can talk about injuries. This guy is strong as hell, just like Rue is. So I'm glad that Ruiz and Ron are both getting better.
We call this week the health week, because that's exactly what you're
Yeah. So, but we'll be right back after these messages.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got to be elite wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
Welcome back. We are glad to be back. Sad that the season is ending though. But anyways, where should we start, guys?
Okay. Now I did want to do a little into in detailed thing about Kurt Gutting. I want to do that one.
Okay.
Because he deserves that one.
Yes. He does.
Truth be told, when we first got him for to be a goalie for Prowlers, I didn't say, okay, young kid coming in, not, little shaky, feet wet, off the ground. I wonder how he's going to come up with this pro league. I gotta admit, throughout this season, first of all, I give it up for Joe Payson of Warhammer Powers for helping out this young guy and keeping him solid and keep him relaxed. The other thing I would have to say is that stat-wise, Gutting only had one bad game, and that was Tuesday night, 7-1 loss to Elmira. That was his only bad game. And I say this because, goalies here in the Federal Prospects Hockey League usually have like 5 to 6 goals against averages against them throughout the whole entire year. I should have pulled this up while we were doing this, and I apologize in advance. Yeah, I know, I'm horrible. Thank you.
You're fired.
Thank you very much. This will only take a minute though. His goals against average for the whole season as of today is 3.78 with a save percentage of about 91%. And that is 17 games played. With 6 wins, 6 losses, and 2 OT losses. That is NHL caliber.
Mm-hmm.
Laura, I think we would love to make the trip, but financially, if we can do it, we would love to.
It might transpire.
Mm-hmm.
We might.
So we can see what we can do.
We can pull funds together. Let's go with it.
Come out. I've always wanted to see First Arena anyway.
Consider the fact I work for a company that
Sponsors.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Would they let us, if we rented a bus, would they let you drive it through this? Or
no.
we ask for a bus?
How
would that work?
Well, let's see.
Since you're a bus driver.
Okay, I have to talk with my management on that one. Let's see how that will go. Because it goes through a transportation company first. It goes through that first. And then there's other factors that goes into it, because in effect, it is a union thing.
Okay.
So we'll just leave it at that. If I do it, it has to be... That's all. We'll get to that. We'll get that later.
But yeah, we'd love to come out and maybe Laura. But anyways.
But yeah, this Gutting so far, that's NHL caliber numbers.
Yes.
That's just only for 17 games, and we usually play what, 34, 35?
We usually play 56.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got the numbers off.
Yeah.
I apologize for that. But yeah, that's NHL caliber numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, truthfully, yeah, I think that he will go far. Don't get me wrong, it'd be a sad shame to see him go. I'm not gonna lie, cause I know. Listen, as much I know he wants to stay here, and I wish him to stay here. I wish him to stay here, and I want him to stay here. I know that's probably not gonna be possible. He will move up to the ranks really fast. But I just want to say in advance, he's done a phenomenal job this year. I want to say that because he's man. I can't talk too much about him. And I'm not.
Give him all the praise.
All right. We got to do one thing real quick.
What's that?
Skiba.
Skiba. Skiba. Skiba. Skiba needs to come back.
I mean, but yeah, I gotta give him props. I gotta give him
Yes.
props. I have to. It's the only way that I could show my own person. And I wrote in the post. I told him like, man, the beast between the pipes. Congratulations, you deserve that shutout every way, shape, or form. He's been selling all season. Now, granted, however, there are 3 games against Columbus left, and I'm sure he'll play at least 2 of those 3. But, you know, before anything gets transpired, I just wanted to know, if you do decide to leave and decide to go in the upper ranks, you deserve everything that you got going on for you.
Yes.
And I want to read you in the paper when my Detroit News or Detroit Refresh or my Times Herald, and look and see that you made the Stanley Cup final, just like another guy who's won 11 games in a row, Jack Campbell.
God.
Yeah.
I remember playing with that guy in youth league as well. He never wanted to be a goalie, which is funny.
But the funny part is he's been stellar too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think we have goalies in this area may either play for or have played here in general that are stellar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for anybody out there who doesn't think that Port Huron is a hockey town, we've gotten to okay, I'm gonna use this mainstream because it kind of fits more to modernized to basketball needs. These kids out here still play hockey. And not to mention another thing I gotta do also is that for the Port Huron Northern Huskies, they won the regional. You know, they won their regional while we were away too. So big ups to them as well. Stop all this, man. I mean, what mess am I starting? I'm not doing no mess. What you talking about? I don't do no mess. I mean, honestly. Okay. That's how I got
He's starting all this, right?
yeah. I mean, but yeah, I gotta give props to where it goes.
Yeah.
I have to give props where it is.
And
I have to.
the one person I'm surprised that has not been called up though is Troy Passingham.
He will. But maybe it's his choice to say too as well.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah, because they don't have to go when they're
Exactly.
involved. It's their choice.
But it's
you
just
know,
like,
but,
that guy.
he is definitely good in the penalty box, or not penalty box, but goal. Oh my lord!
I mean, unless you get a game misconduct, that's when it said about me and you guys just had a smart remark. Okay, you got to remind which smart remark you just. Oh no, I'm talking about coming up there. Is that what you're talking about us coming up there? The smart remark. If you're talking about that, the smart remark was I work for. I'm doing very well. I'm doing better. I'm 90% right now. 91, 92% right now. If you're talking about the smart remark, I work for the company that First Arena is named for. I work for First Student, which is a sub company of First Group of America, which actually runs First Arena. So I got asked, can we take a bus up there?
Which it was a legitimate question.
I mean, quite honestly, can I drive a bus? And I gotta go through the. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that was a remark because I have I work for a union shop, so we're unionized bus drivers, so Teamsters. So yeah, I gotta go through the proper protocols and all that. So smart remark was, I'll get back to y'all in a little bit for that. Because truthfully, I don't even know exactly if we can even get a bus from there. Consider the fact I'm right down the road from where I work at. Honestly, I'm right down the road. Yeah. I can literally walk there from here. Granted, there's no sidewalks on this road, but yeah, I can still walk there from here.
Yeah. I wouldn't, because they run you over on these roads.
Yeah,
I'll take my chance on Michigan and Dove any day.
But yeah, Laura, but that's the thing is though that he has a deep connection with your arena.
Yeah,
So.
I've been working for First Student for 9 years. Matter of fact, my 9th year anniversary was 3 days ago. Granted, it was also the first day we were off from school, going back virtual, but that's a whole other story.
Right.
Right. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing was we were joking about, that's the whole thing about that one. Because I work for the company, I can actually make real smart remarks about the company I work for. I'd rather not though. I love my job, I love what I do. There might be somebody on this podcast too. Thank you, I appreciate it. There might be somebody on this podcast who actually works for that company. Head honcho like, like Mr. Burns, Smithers. What's that guy's name? He's Homer Simpson, sir. Simpson, hey. We need to go have a chat with this Simpson and his family. Yeah. Stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully we can all get together, take that nice little drive, which will be lovely, 8 hours, and make the trip. And I would, I would love to come there. And just be forewarned though, when we get there, we are cheering on our Port Huron Prowlers.
Nothing against you guys.
Nothing against you, but we are born and bred Port Huron Prowler fans. So therefore, we'll be cheering on our Port Huron Prowlers.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm glad to be doing much better. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad to be up, moving and running. Not gonna lie. And doing this.
Yes. I'm glad that we'll be able to do this again.
Yes. That's another thing I could truly say, and I know we're supposed to go back on hockey, but I'm not going to sit here and put no punches. This is therapy. This is a relaxing therapy. I don't know about you guys, but for me, we don't have, as you can tell, there's only 3 of us right now, Laura, because I know there's supposed to be, the goal was to do it today, and anybody get it done today, but unfortunately, we are short one because of the situation that I went through, the situation that Chris went through, and so we are short one now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
It's always a back and forth between us. So.
Come on now, prepare.
There's no preparing. On both sides, there is no preparing for what's to come.
My thing is, the Port Huron and Elmira, that's a rivalry.
Yeah, it goes back.
That's going to go back and forth pretty much no matter what,
Especially if you go back to the UHL games, where it goes back to 2001. Elmira came into UHL.
Yeah.
It's back to the broadcast days where
it was always back and forth. It was.
It got almost as bad as the Port Huron versus Flint series.
Yeah.
So you have to admit that was a pretty good series.
Yeah.
So.
Well, every time they met, they fought.
Yes.
No matter what arena was in.
Yeah, the Port. That's what I was gonna say. I don't think I compare them to the Port Huron Flint series.
It's almost there.
That one there, yeah. I have issues with the Flint Generals and all that myself because what was said to my kids when we went there.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The Port Huron Flint rivalry was always nasty between players, coaches.
Especially when you meet
and fans.
Especially when you meet each other 12, 14 years.
Yeah, but adults don't attack a child. You attack another adult.
You'll be surprised what I've seen.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I started watching when the Flags were a part of it when I first got up here in 05, 06. So I started watching then. I've been to the arena some, sporadic times during that time, especially during the Port Huron Flint games. So I'm not gonna lie, I've seen the ugliness, the really ugliness, especially when the Flags changed to the Ice Hawks. So yeah, it was. Yeah, Flint gonna be Flint. We're just called like that. I understand that.
Well, it's like I remember the 2002-2003 season, the first season of the weekend. It was like the Elmira versus Port Huron series was questionable to be worse than Port Huron versus Flint, and that was before your time up here. So like. You can't say anything, but it's like it was. I don't know if you remember that series.
I didn't go too many of the Viking games and all that. I came more into what Ice Hawks.
Ice Hawks.
is when I started coming in. 'Cause I started helping Rick and Vicky with Booster Club stuff, and after that, I got into the Silver Sticks and all that. So
Well, that poor Huron, that Beacons versus Jackals series was.
yeah, I wasn't too much. I always loved hockey. It's just financially I couldn't do it
Right.
at that time.
Well, I'll put it like this. Let me ask this real quick. Was the AmeriPort Huron series like the Detroit Colorado rivalry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's it.
But you have to think though, they were both Elmira and Port Huron were owned by the same owner at the time. So they had that instilled rivalry. So you gotta think.
Honestly, a rivalry, just because two guys own the same team, the rivalry.
Well, that comes down to I want to be the bigger team.
Mhm.
They would fight harder to be the best.
I figured you would do that.
So your boss, you're the best team.
I figured you would do that anyways because you want to be the bigger team in the league to begin with anyway.
Yeah, but it'd
no
be
matter
worse.
which the boss wants.
It'd be kind of worse against the team that the owner owns both, because it's just like, our crosstown rival game, having two high schools here, how hard they play and how much they put into that game. The two high schools.
To watch the fans come over and enjoy the whole show
Yes.
for a football game.
Well, that's
Yes.
also
So-
why the Prowlers also played harder against Danville or Carolina,
Exactly.
no matter where we were in the standings, because
Yeah,
we were both owned by Saucer.
Owned by him, and we want to say, hey, we're your show.
Were your favorite?
Yes.
Yeah. we want to be.
We're always.
We want to be the favorite child. Put it that way. We want to be that favorite child.
But no, that's stemming from the early 2000s, so that's why we're always heated rivals against Elmira.
Yeah.
And that'll always be instilled.
Yes.
Especially when you got Robbie Nichols, who goes way back in the Elmira history, so that's...
And that's another. I forgot to add Robbie Nichols. Thank you for the updates for Johnny West.
Yeah.
Thank you for those updates and comment. Let everybody know that he was okay. Granted, however, there was a small mention about, well, you gotta write in all caps. He probably had a caps lock on at the time.
Yeah.
We all make that mistake when typing. We hit the shift key, but then we
Don't
hit the
realize
caps
it's
lock.
locked down.
We hit the shift key. The caps. You see where the shift key is. You see the caps lock key is. And you hit.
Yeah.
You hit the
You have
caps lock
both.
reverse.
How many of us
Yeah.
have fat fingers that, double
Yeah,
tight?
and
I mean,
at that
look
point,
at these boys.
but like at that point, you don't, when you're worrying about Johnny Ruiz, you don't care if it's cap locks or not. It's,
No.
Alright.
Exactly.
So yeah.
thank you for those updates.
Right.
We were all worried, especially the ones that weren't in the arena. Like me, I was like, what the hell is going on? Is this gonna be okay? So,
Yeah, I had to replay. The hit and seen the hit live. Replayed the hit a number of times to make sure that what transpired and what happened. Ace was scary. Not gonna lie, it was scary. Nobody else wants to. As a fan, we don't want to see that.
all right.
What were we saying before? I know we done ran through the whole minute. We was running through. But yeah, we got 4 games beforehand. We have 4 games to run through. Whew.
And
Yeah, and we don't have much time.
Right. So
bear with us.
yeah, we're not. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize in advance. We're not running the whole continent of 3 weeks worth of hockey because y'all already know what happened about that. We were running the Elmira series only for the 4 games, 2 on the road, 2 at home. It's easier for us. It's a lot better for y'all.
Yeah. So it's not 4 hours long.
Yeah, because some of us still have to go home and cook a dinner.
Anyways, talk about that though. GLGshop.com for Great Lakes Gaming out here in Port Huron, Michigan, off Michigan Road. MainStreetProwlers.com for us. Get our merch. Support us in any way you can. We want to support you guys. We love coming on every week to update you guys and interacting with you guys. So we ask just for a little bit in return. So thank you guys, and we'll see you right after these short messages.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the beat all week wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
start heading into these recaps, so let's get started.
Alright, as y'all know, the Wednesday night massacre of the Prowlers happened.
The massacre.
Because exactly what it was, the massacre of the Prowlers that happened.
Reminds us of the first games.
Right, that is game number 1 of the four game ordeal in Elmira. First game was in Elmira, Prowlers lost 7-1. The shots on goal was Elmira, 21, for Huron 10 the first period. Second period, Prowlers came back with a 19-14 shot win. In the third period, Elmira
Tell me he's
17.
fine. Tell me he's fine. But you
17. For Huron 14. With a game total of Elmira 52 shots on goal to Fort Huron 43. The 3 stars of that game. First star, Troy Passingham. One goal against average with a 98% save percentage. Hold on, I'll get to that 2 stars in a minute. Hold on, I gotta get.
And Rob's back.
Hello. Your time is perfect. I'm doing the recap. Okay.
Mary Reynolds, hi. How you doing? Glad to have you in here.
Okay. Now, all right. Now here we go. No, that's again. First star, Troy Passingham. 1 goal against with about a 98 save percentage. Second star, Johnny Ruiz. 1 goal, 1 assist. Third star, Blake PV. 1 goal. The scoring summary for Tuesday night. 3 goals in the first period, all by Elmira, all even strength. First goal was at 2:46 from Carter Shinkerett, from Brett, the assist goes to Brett Gavril and Martin Bryce. Second one was at 9:15 from Johnny Ruiz from Brett Gavril and Martin Bryce. Funny part about it is why the company never gives guys the assist a star in the game. I'll never understand that. The third goal was at 17:08. Alexis Gerard from Mitch Atkins and Tucker Brandon. There was 1 goal in the second period only. That was scored by Elmira at the 10:25 mark from Tyler Jurek. From the assist go to Glenn Patterson and Mitch Atkins. There were 4 goals in the third period. First, 1 by Fort Huron, the rest by Elmira. The first one was a power play goal in the 45-second mark of the third period by Dawson Young. No assist. Then we have the power play goal by Elmira at 9:39 scored by Glenn Patterson, with assist goes to Mitch Atkins and Kyler Matthews. Then the 13:02 even strength for Elmira that goes Blake Peavy. The assist goes to Steve Leonard. And then finally, at 19:58, Gavril scores for Elmira. The assist goes to Troy Passingham and Johnny Ruiz. The penalties were light that game. Very, very light.
Very even, too.
And yes, I do understand. I thought I said Patterson, but I was right on that last one. Passingham did get the assist on Elmira's last goal.
Okay.
So yes, and you're right, Patterson is a player, but what I'm saying for the 3 stars was they should have given the 3 stars to some of the assist guys, because I would tell you, Bryce, Gavril, and Atkins both had. Gavril, Bryce, Gavril, and Atkins both had 2 assists. Why did they give it to the goal scorer to the assist guy? That's what I was saying.
Atkins actually had 3 assists that night, so.
Okay, well, either way it goes, he should have been a star. But I guess because Passingham stopped, and I mean literally stopped 42 shots.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he gets star number 1. I'm not taking that away from him. All right, penalties were light. Only 1 in the first period. Larry Vartian, thank you. Fort Huron for interference. That's at 18:41. Second period, there were two penalties. Alexis Gerard at 1320 for high sticking, just a single minor, not the double. And Mitch Atkins at 1949 for hooking. Basically, he went on 8 Mile again. Yeah,
I thought he was on the corner of 24th and Lapeer.
I thought he was on Woodward, to be honest and truthful with you. You know, Woodward got all of them on there, just saying. That run from downtown Detroit to Pontiac.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, Grayson ain't got that many, though. I think Grayson ain't got that many.
All right, back on track.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Third period, there were 3 penalties. First one at the 250 mark for Elmira, Mark Essery for slashing. He batted somebody with a stick. Then we got the 2 penalties by Port Huron. One at 6:02 by Matt Graham for unsportsmanlike conduct, and one at 8:04 for Sean Leonard for batting somebody with a stick, slashing. The official, there were no timeouts called in that game. The linesmen, the officials, the linesmen, and the referee are non-existent because they're the same guys anyways. Game started on time. It said it didn't end until 1:24 in the morning, but we all know that's the field because
if that was true, I'd already be sleeping.
Yeah, we were watching something else at the moment.
I probably would have been awake, but.
Alright. Well, we're going to go to Thursday night shootout, or what I like to call what I like to call the FPHL TNT, because that's exactly what happened. It was a very high scoring game Thursday night.
Yes.
So let us run through it with the Prowlers losing 8-6. But I gotta admit, I give them big props for coming back that third period.
I do. I give Elmira good props too. It was a good back and forth game. Excellent game.
The main thing, the main thing coming on making before I start the summary is that I walked away from my computer when it was 5-2, beginning of the third, to go cook dinner. I come back to 5-5. I walk away. Elmira scored 6-5. I walk away again at 6-6. I come back. Elmira scored 7-6, and then put the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
I should. Now here's the funny part about that. I said I should have stayed away from my computer. They probably would have won.
It's all your fault, dude.
It is. I would take full responsibility for Thursday night. But that's it. I'm good. Alright, let's go.
This was literally a shooting gallery, so let's get started with the shots.
Alright, shots on goal. First period, Port Huron had 18 and Elmira 13. Second period, Port Huron had 19 and Elmira 14. Third period, Port Huron had 21 and Elmira 16, with a total Port Huron 58 and Elmira 43. So I think that's the most Port Huron ever had this season so far.
Yes.
Alright. Okay.
I wasn't lying on it being a shooting gallery.
Yeah, exactly. The FPHL and TNT. Anyways, first star, Tyree Yurch, 2 goals and assists, 3 points. Second star, Brandon Tucker, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. Why wasn't he the first star? Explain that to me. We'll go there later. Third star, Steve Leonard, 1 goal, 2 assists.
And Kelly, that's why I say you need to go to the bathroom a lot more, because that's when excitement picks up. Sorry, but you can watch it later.
Alright, let's go to the scoring summary. There were 5 goals in the first period. First goal scored even strength at 3:17 by Elmira. Bryce Martin from Steve Leonard and Carter Shakaric. Then Port Huron gets on the board at 7:26 for Thomas Muccinello. No assist. But he just did it by himself.
Wasn't that the breakaway?
That was the breakaway. Then 10 seconds later at 7:36, Elmira answers back. Kyler Matthews from Steve Leonard and Mark Essery. Then we have another Elmira goal at 15:34, even strength. Steve Leonard from Gino Mini and Brandon Tucker.
And I'll have to admit, even though it was an Elmira goal, this was a beauty of all beauties that Gutting could not stop. And
Gutting went ahead.
Scott, sorry. Scott could not stop this, and it was one of the true beauties that I'll give them credit for. Do not expect me to say that ever again.
You'll probably say it again, just want to admit to it. Anyway, then we had a Prowlers goal at 16-21. Igor Kostukov.
Kostukov? That's
Igor what? Rob? Okay. We'll just call him Igor. We'll make it easier.
Igor.
We'll call him Igor! From Justin Portillo and Mike Moran. Second period, there were only 2 goals, both by Elmira. One at 11:46, Glenn Patterson from Brandon Tucker and Carter Shinkarek. Then at 15:52, Tyler Urick from Mitch Atkins and Brandon Tucker. And this is where the scoring summary really gets hectic. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals in the third period. And I gotta admit, shootout at the OK Corral. Granted, we're not in San Antonio, we're in New York. So we can call it, we say Al Capone visited and came away. How does that sound? First 3 goals were by the Port Huron Prowlers. All even strength, starting at 5:42. Mike Moran from Justin Portillo and Joseph Devane. Then at 9:20, Matt Graham, solo, no assist for nobody else. Then at 9:55, which is 35 seconds later, Dalton J from David Nippert. Then Elmira strikes back to uneven again, 6-5 at 12:21. Brandon Tucker from Tyler Urick and Mitch Atkins. Then Port Huron ties the game again at 13:15. Joseph Devaney from Michael Moran. Then Elmira takes the lead permanently at 14:21. Tyler Urick from Mitch Atkins and Jacob J.T. Walters. And then your famous empty net goal to seal the victory comes from Elmira at 19:46. Brandon Tucker, no assist. Whew. Yeah, that was, no, that was, oh yeah, and just to put in perspective, as I just got reminded, the night before the 7-1 victory by Elmira was the icing on the cake for the Hiller Cup that Elmira and Port Huron was going for. So, the big goes to Elmira for the Hiller Cup, and that's probably the only time you hear me say that one. And I'm lying. Alright, let's get to the penalties. First period, there was 3 penalties. At 11:22, Taylor cutting for Elmira for elbowing. Basically, he dropped the elbow off the top rope. Then it got 2 penalties at 19:43. Michael Moran for Port Huron and Glenn Patterson for Elmira, doing the rough stuff. Basically, no good. Basically, it was a fight, non-fight.
yes.
Basically. Then we had 2 penalties in the second period, both by Elmira, and both by the same guy.
For the same thing.
Exactly for the same thing. So we go 124 and 714. Gino Mini, both for staying on Woodward a bit too long.
You damn hooker.
AKA hooking. Then we've got third period, 3 penalties. Well, actually, we'll just call it instigating and fighting majors. Taylor Cutting and Joe Pace. Joe Pace got the instigating and fighting, and Cutting got the fighting only. So yeah, Joe won the fight that night. Not gonna lie. Joe got his wish, that is true. And Joe didn't fight again. But Joe being Joe, that's what he do. Alright.
That's what he does.
Right. We got a comment on the first two. We have a comment on the first 2 games before I go on for game 3. I got one for the OK Corral. I gotta admit, I should say it was my computer, but the Prowlers showed why they're the comeback cats. They showed why they're the comeback cats. I mean, besides the Wednesday night debacle, that 7-1 debacle, where, you know, I don't know what happened. I guess Amira did cast a magic spell or something. And,
D&D.
you know, he played Monster Reborn and did, you know, right for hearing off the map. I'm not going to lie. The Prowlers actually played good Thursday night. They played good enough. They should have won. I do believe there were a couple of posts that happened. You know, a couple of ring-a-dings that happened on Thursday night.
Goalie's best friends.
Yeah, the goalie should have took the goal in to dinner that night because probably should have won that game. They should have won that game.
I remember at least 5 being that close from going in. So that's how high scoring it should have been.
Right. We should have came through with like a 10-9 victory.
Yes.
But unfortunately, as hockey,
Kind of like the 11-9 Columbus game last year.
so many high scoring games. I tell you, I loved every minute. But I'm gonna tell you the truth here. Amira deserved the victory because they did swing the last punch. They did swing the knockout blow. But unfortunately, though, Amira fought like Evander Holyfield instead of Mike Tyson. Wednesday night was Mike Tyson. Thursday night was Evander Holyfield. And the good news is, the next 2 nights they fought like the next Lewis. Sorry, boxing references. I'm sorry. So yeah. All right. I'll do a quick jump into Friday. I'll do a quick jump into Friday. What? Okay. I'll do a quick jump into Friday real quick. Friday nights at the McMorran Arena, the Prowlers put on a show for the home crowd. Considering the fact it was a last home weekend of the season. Fort Huron takes the victory 6-3 that night on a lovely once again show by Kurt Gutting. His first night back home after being on the road. The shots on goal are Fort Huron 14, Amira 17 in period 1. Amira does the shooting again 18-8 against Fort Huron. And Amira does it again 20-15 against Fort Huron, with Amira winning the shot were 55-37. So we had a reverse from Thursday night. The 3 stars are Matt Graham, 2 goals and assists, Kurt Gutting, 3 goals against, and a 95% save percentage. Granted, if that last goal didn't go in, he would be first star. But because of the Matt Graham birthday, we'll let it side there too. And third star is Justin Portillo with 2 assists. And we will stop there before the scoring summary because we barely have enough time to get into it. So before I go on and say this, happy birthday, Matt Graham.
Yes, happy birthday, Matt.
You know,
Happy
you should have got a goal. You should have got a goal on your birthday. I'm just saying. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. You should have got a hat trick for your birthday. But unfortunately, I'm glad you got 3 points though. So yeah, congratulations. However, I believe he got the Cordy Howard hat trick. No, I'm wrong. He didn't.
Tried to, I believe.
Yeah, he tried to. All right.
Anyways.
All right.
At glgshop.com for all your gaming needs. Great Lakes Gaming out here in Port Huron. For all current and previous episodes, and along with our merchandise, go to mainstreetprowlers.com. If you want to see anything, contact us. Go through the email us tab because we want to satisfy everyone. We want everyone happy. So, and even though we have no more home games, we want to go out in the community to see you guys. So if you have anywhere that you want us to go, tell us to go, and we'll see you guys right after these commercial breaks.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the beat. Oh, League Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
And we're back. We lost our blind ref.
Just for the moment, he'll be back. He'll be back shortly. During breaks we go get snacks and go get refilled. You know, the great services they have here at Great Lakes Gaming, they treat us well, they treat us right. But you know, he got lost in the shuffle. Probably got conversation about. Hey, there you go, right there. Back. Speaking of treating us right, he went down there to grab something real quick, and now he has made his triumphant return to the square, aka the podcast booth. All right, so let us continue on for our Friday night game.
Friday night fun time.
Friday night fun time. When I last left off, the score was 6-3. We got your 3 stars. We have the shots on go. Now let's go to our shooting summary. I'm sorry, a scoring summary. Man, I am not
Something
here.
like that, right?
I am not here right now. There are 4 goals in the first period. 1 by Elmira, the next 3 by Fort Huron. The 1 by Elmira is at 106, even strength. Alexis Gerard, with the assist goes to Jacob J.T. Walters and Tyra Urick. Then we have the 3 goals by Fort Huron. 1 at 8:40, Matt Graham from Dalton Young and Justin Portillo. Then we have Thomas Muccinello at 13:23 from David Nippert and Sean Leonard. Then we have the 15:57, Alex Johnson from Dalton J and Dustin Henning. All of them are even strengths. Then we have 3 goals in the second period. 2 by Fort Huron, 1 by Elmira. First one at 13:28, even strength. Yanni, I've never been able to do this. Sorry. Liarcos from Thomas Muccinello and Kurt Gooding. So yes, even our goal we got an assist.
Kurt.
All right. Then at 17:58. Even strength, Matt Graham from Justin Portillo and Joseph Devaney. Then Elmira scores at 10:52, Mark Esray from Glenn Patterson and Steve Leonard. Then at the third period, there were 2 goals. 1 at 7:03, even strength, Elmira, Steve Leonard from Jacob J.T. Walters and Carter Shinkirik. And then finally, your favorite and mine, and everybody else in this room, and even Rob, the empty net even strength goal at 18:55, scored by one of our favorite Fort Huron Prowler players, which are all our favorite, but this guy's spectacular. Dalton J. The assist by Matt Graham.
Well, I gotta say something on that. That's not his favorite. His favorite is Federley.
Okay, I did say most of our favorites. I did say most of our favorites. I said they're all our favorites, but it's most of our favorites.
Looking over the pedal summary though, Graham did get the Gordie Howe.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, Irving.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go with the greatest penalty summary ever.
Now, on that Gordie Howe thing, I gotta do something really quick.
All right. There you go. There you go.
There you go, guys.
The Gordie Howe hat trick right there.
I had to do that. Come on.
Perfect setup.
On his birthday too.
All right, here we go. 3 penalties in the first period. 1 at 5:33. Alex Johnson for being on 8 Mile. He wasn't on Woodward, just on 8 Mile. Hooking. Then we got 2 penalties at 18:16. Both for fighting. Matt Graham and Steve Leonard both threw down the gloves and had a fight. Not but they call fighting anyways.
Right in front of the benches as well.
Right in front of the benches. Right in front of the players' benches. Then we've had what about? Okay. Alright. Then we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 penalties in the second period. Alright. First off, Myrick at the 1 minute mark, delay a game. Tyler Urick. Then Mitch Atkins at 3:42 for high sticking, and Carter Carrick at 5:42 cross checking. And then we have Brian Parsons at 5:42 delay a game. Carter Carrick for fighting at 5:42, and Brian Parsons for throwing down the gloves and going for broke. So basically, we had a heavyweight, non-heavyweight fight. Okay, heavyweight fight on the ice. That's after the cross-checking, the high-sticking, and the delay game. Then we have the penalty master on Finkel, Joe Pace Jr. at 8:39 Spooky.
Damn 8 Mile.
I said Finkel, not 8 Mile.
True. He has to go to a special place.
I mean, he could have been on back too, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Could have put him on 24. Anyways.
Yes.
Then we get Justin Portillo at 13:44 for roughing the double minor, which he could have caught a fight, but he didn't. Okay, cool, whatever. Then he got Sean Leonard at 19:26 for roughing, and that's the second period penalty summary. The third period is a bit of a longer list because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 penalties in the third period. And now, before I start the third period summary, I gotta ask, why in the world does Fort Huron commit so many penalties at home than they don't commit on the road? I got an answer for you. The referees. Let's go.
I have a question on that too.
What's that?
With so many penalties, and find a way to win.
Well, yes. But you gotta
Find the way to win.
Because you gotta understand, Fort Huron has always been a shorthanded team, shorthanded specialist team.
I mean, look at the leaders in the shorthanded goals.
Right.
So.
I mean, we can't score on power.
But I'm just saying that it's something you really don't really see all the time either.
Mm.
You know, when you're always shorthanded, a lot of teams lose.
Right.
You know.
But you know, I give it up for Joe and the boys. I give it up for the boys. I do wholeheartedly. All right, let's start this. Excuse me. At the 24-second mark, David Nippert for high sticking. Then we have they finally got it right. The Taylor Cutting at 3:55 for Elmira. Too many guys on the ice. Then we have Igor at 4:51 for Mac. Playing out on Mac cooking. They got a lot of penalties at the 12:34 mark.
Incident, so.
Okay, the 12:34 mark, which is the Ruiz incident that transpired. Big Up says he's well, but we will start off with this one. We have the Nippert 12:34 for charging. Then we have the Nippert 12:34. The game was misconduct. They went with that. Then Nippert and Steve Leonard fought at the same time frame, 12:34. That was the order that was called, and yes, the refs had to call it. We understand that the hit was clean, and we know the hit was clean. Unfortunately, though, the way the speed that Nippert went in warranted the charging call.
Yeah.
And you know, with injury like that, yes, you have to call it a game misconduct, and yes, the fighting occurred here. Still up your team.
The plus side to all this, though, is that Nippert did reach out to Ruiz and made sure that he was all right.
Right.
Yes.
So big ups for that as well. But, you know, after that, we still had hockey to play.
Yes.
So at 16-13 in third period, Mark Essery for Elmira for high sticking. And then we have the 3 penalties at 9-19. Dalton Young for interference, and Dalton Young and Taylor Cutting for fighting. Elmira called the on timeout at 1:13 left to go in the game, the third period. The game lasted about 3 hours long. Started at 7:35 and ended at 10:20. Usually ends about 10 o'clock, but thanks to the Ruiz incident, it lasted longer because they had to call somebody out there for them. And big ups to everybody who showed their love, support, and kindness to a fallen player. That's big ups to the sportsmanship world right there.
And it's got as far as high as the NHL senior sport as well, so.
Well, that's big.
Yeah.
That's big. Big,
And, you know, especially after the Humboldt incident, shows how tightly knit the hockey community is.
Yes, yes.
So,
We don't want injuries.
Right.
right.
All right, let's go. Let's run through this real fast. Friday night showdown where Kurt Gutty finally got his star on the Walk of Fame. Prowlers win that game 3-0. Shots on goal was Port Huron 13 and Marver 10 the first period. Second period, Port Huron 16 and Marver 14. Third period, Port Huron 13 and Marver 10. With Port Huron winning, the shot were 42-34. Your 3 stars are well deserved. First star, Kurt Gutting, shutout.
100%.
Definitely.
No goals allowed. 100%. He stopped all 34 shots that night. Second star, Matt Graham, 1 goal, 1 assist. Third star, Dawson J, 1 goal, 1 assist. The scoring summary is light because all 3 goals were by Port Huron. First goal was first period, 117, even strength, Matt Graham from Dawson J and Brian Parsons. And your other 2 goals scored in the third period, one at 8:42, Michael Moran from Justin Portillo and Joseph Devaney. And at 13:42, Dawson J from Matt Graham and Dustin Henning. The penalty sheet is kind of light for this game, which is surprising because we figured it'd be more of a backlash game from what happened Friday night. But no, the boys play like boys and the men play like men. Penalty sheet goes like this. First period, 2 penalties, both by Port Huron. Matter of fact, they might have went on a 5-on-3. First one was at 6:09, Sean Leonard for interference. And then 6:53, Alex Johnson for delay of game, which Port Huron killed masterfully on that 5-on-3. Second period, only one. You know who it is. We all know him. We all love him. Joe Hayes Jr. for interference at 18:38 in the second period.
Third period got chippy.
Third period got a little chippy, as Curtis said. So we're going to go 5:03. Port Huron Sean Leonard get a high sticking minor. Then we got 9:41, Steve Leonard for Elmira interference. Then we have 10:21, Justin Portillo, Port Huron for interference. Then we have 4 penalties at the 19:33
And that's
mark.
what pisses me
This
off.
is the chippiness of it all. Portillo gets called for the instigated and fighting and the game misconduct, and Essery gets called for just the fighting major. And from that note, Portillo, not to mention, Nippert got suspended for 2 games for that hit on 2 games for that hit on Ruiz, which is warranted and fine. I'm cool with
I'm
that.
not
I'm not arguing that one. This is where the argument portrays itself. Portillo gets called for the game misconduct and suspended for the next game. Now, granted, by FPHL standards, if 2 guys fight within 5 minutes left, shouldn't they both get suspended for 1 game?
That's what the rules say, but and also the fact that it was not Portillo who did the instigating. It was Essery with 2 head checks, and he was constantly cross-checking Portillo. He was the one that doing the instigating.
Okay. Now I will read you to what they said, and this is what quoted in the league as of yesterday. For here, okay, Sunday, the Federal Prospects Hockey League on Sunday have announced the following suspensions. For Huron Prowlers, Portillo. For Huron Prowlers, Justin Portillo has been suspended 1 game as a result of his actions in the FPHL Game 40 MR at Port Huron of Saturday, April 10th. Portillo was assessed a game misconduct under Rule 46.12 fighting category for instigating the fight in the final 5 minutes of regulation. Portillo will be eligible to return to the team Saturday, April 17th. Granted, as much as I agree with Rule 46.12, there's still the rule that states both guys fall within the final 5 minutes of the game. Now, granted, if you didn't call it Friday night, if I could pull up Friday night again.
Yeah, that's right. There was a fight with the last 30 some seconds.
Right, and they didn't get suspended then.
Neither of them.
So why wouldn't you give the excuse of calling it now? And why not suspend both guys? And I'm not saying Portillo doesn't warrant a suspension. I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm not taking
Right.
that away from it. I'm not taking that away from it. Why not suspend both guys though?
Yes.
That's the problem I have with it.
And on that too though, it's like when you got so many body slams from the Elmira enforcers during that third period, Glenn Patterson and Estre should have been suspended automatically.
Especially the cross check and to the post.
Yes.
The cross checking to the post. I know you feel you.
Well, one of the plays, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the plays wasn't well after the whistle. Our guy was just standing there
Well,
and got knocked
right
down.
Like a good minute, 2 minutes.
Alex
after.
Johnson was on ice for a little bit. Alex Johnson.
You know, the
was
whistle
on ice.
blew, and then all of a sudden,
Archie Hill was hit against the ice. Like
yeah, slammed him down in the ice.
I mean, so but he is fulfill a suspension if you run through.
And no penalties called on that one at all.
If you run through the tape, you need to. If you watched the game and saw the suspension, you need to run through the tape and give some other people some suspension. So the Friday night one between Cutting and Young, that's part of your rule based about if you fight within 5 minutes of the third period, that's warrant automatic suspension. Granted, I know there have been more teams done it, and the league has let a lot of things go. I appreciate them for that only because of the type of season that we've had. But if you're going to go to the rule book on Portillo, shouldn't you go to the rule book on anybody else?
It just proves that they love their New York teams better. And you can't even argue with that one.
I'm not going to argue with it, but like
Yeah.
I said, you should just. And I've said this before. I mean, if you're going to call it down the road, call it down the road. Just don't call a spade, no, and give the Hearts don't just call a spade, and give the Heart a chance to be a Heart again. You know, roll with it. You know, it's like you're playing spades. Spades are your trump card, which is fine. But you got the big joker, the little joker, which is sometimes the two of hearts and the two of clubs. The two of hearts is the big joker. If you're gonna call to your ace of spades, call to your big joker as well. You know, I mean, honestly, that's
It's as simple as that.
yes, it is. It's frustrating as a fan. Now, granted, even some. I'm not saying that some of my fans didn't love the suspension.
And that's one of the things that we keep saying too. Also, it's not the teams we're playing; it's the officiating. It's not the team that you're playing's fault that the rules aren't being enforced.
They know they can get away with it, so they're gonna do it.
Right.
Nothing against Elmira because I love playing them.
Right.
And they're
Well,
good
that's what I'm
off
saying.
ice.
It's not the teams. It's the officiating. It's officiating when it start cracking down on stuff. They know they're not going to get away with it, so they're not going to do it. You know, like you said, if you know you can get away with it, why not try it?
Right.
That's the part that really got a hold of me.
The only good part about that third period is when they called a no goal where it should have. And I'm surprised because Elmira announcer agreed with the no call. The call and the no goal.
At the very end of the game?
Yes. So that's actually a really good thing.
I thought it hit the post, to be honest with you. I thought it hit the post and stayed out.
But all the Elmira people are saying it's a goal, so. But either way, that was a really good call and nice to have the backup of the announcers and their team.
Yeah.
So, that's another takeaway from this season. Scott and Zach, the announcing team from down in Columbus, they've been really unbiased this year.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it. They're normally unbiased, but especially in this season where it's been shortened, they've been really, really unbiased. And they literally call it right from the middle. So.
And unfortunately, they get some slack from their own fans because they get mad. The fans get mad. But
it's hockey. It's a
Right.
sport. You gotta be critical. You gotta roll with it. Sometimes you do what you gotta do.
Can we have a fan, giving us dirty looks Friday?
No, that I did find out that was because the guy that made that last comment when the other guy got hurt the one night made a comment that night, and they were mad about it. They weren't mad at us because we actually went down and talked to them, and they weren't mad at us. It was actually that same fan that started crap the last time.
And talk about that too. When a player gets hurt, no one should be making comments
Yes,
like that.
nobody should be disrespectful if a player gets hurt. Nobody.
Especially down the ice like that. Now I can see there's some instances that happens, but if he's down there for a long period of time and he's not getting up, and he's not moving around, I can see you take a dive. But if he's not getting up, not moving around, then it becomes it takes the fan against the team to be a fan for the team and for the hockey industry as
Right,
itself.
exactly.
So I mean,
You know, I'm, like I said, I always say, I love hockey. I don't want to see nobody majorly hurt.
Exactly.
I want to see them be able to play.
right.
Yeah, same here.
But,
So we can boo him again, but that's what it's
but when you have the officiating from Friday night go to shit on Saturday night, that's where you need to start. Okay, because there was a lot of head checks on both sides on Saturday night,
Yes.
and that's what I'm not okay with. Is that you saw Friday night, so why not call it more even? Why don't you call this crap?
Yeah.
But we can get in that discussion a little bit.
Yep, we
later
got a
on.
few more minutes.
Okay, so
Next
how
segment,
about, so we are live at Great Lakes Gaming. The website is gogshop.com. You can support us too as well at mainstreetparlors.com. Come on in, look at the merch, buy what you like, you know, support the stream. You want to come visit us, we are at 1632
Yep.
Michigan Road in Fort Huron Township, Michigan. So we are between Griswold Road and Dove Road. So yes, down the street from the bus garage. If you live here, you know where we're at. Come down, check us out. Until then, you know, support us, support the stream, buy the merch, support us. Anytime you want to communicate with us while we're on the street, give us a holler, give us a handshake, give us a high five. Roll with it. We love to conversate and chat with you guys. But until then, we will be right back after these commercial breaks.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the beat. Oh, League Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get. Oh, I thought that one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're gonna give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
And we're back for our final segment, guys. Let's just get to it. Predictions for the final weekend of the season.
Man, I don't believe it's actually got here so fast.
I know,
This
right?
nice little young. I know, it just started, now it's about to end. Alright, let's start with the 3-game weekend series in Columbus, Georgia at the Civic Center, aka Scott's Brand home of business.
Waffle House? I mean, what?
He gonna get you for that one. Anyway, huh? First we're gonna predict Friday night's game. Port Huron Prowlers on the road against the Columbus River Dragons. Mr. Rob, you may start first.
Friday night,
Yes.
I say 2-1. Friday night with a fight.
He's calling 2-1 for a fight.
Empty net? Rob?
Saturday night too?
No. Anthony, Chris asked you, is it going to be empty net goal for Friday?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Damon.
Alright, I say 3-2, Port Huron. Empty nets by Scott Brand.
I'll take that bet.
Oh, Justin.
3-2.
All right. I'll go. Give me a 4-2 Prowlers victory. I think Gooding probably won't play in Friday night's game because he's just so stellar. He's going to need a break there, so I believe Blake Scott will play. but I think Blake Scott has finally got back to form. Granted, the season's not long enough, but give me a 4-2 Prowlers victory.
I'm gonna go for a 5-3 win. With a fight between Scott and Zach.
Scott fighting Zach. Okay.
Don't they argue back and forth already?
Yes, exactly.
They argued. They have certain disagreements. Alright, Saturday night, same place, Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia. Same two teams. Prowlers in Columbus. Now, granted, the start time is now 6:35 for everybody who wants to make the club after the game. So we'll start with Rob first. What you got for Saturday night?
Saturday night, I say 4-2 us. It's going to be a Saturday night fight night.
Ooh.
Disco. Alright. Damon.
Danon. Not Damon, Danon.
That's alright, Damon. Sorry.
Alright, 4-2, I agree. With Zach actually going on his promise to Scott and muting his mic.
Oh, God.
Justin.
4-2 us, and I see a goalie fight.
Alright.
Goalie.
Okay, since you're saying that, which two goalies are starting?
Scott and
I was just say,
I don't know who's on the other team.
You got Troy Passingham.
No.
We're not playing fire.
We're
Oh,
not
no,
playing
yeah. Jared Rutledge.
Uh-huh.
Jacob Caffrey.
Uh-huh.
Rutledge.
Ooh, that's a known fighter.
I would almost say goalie fight, but I would say there'll be a fight. Like I said, Saturday Night Disco. But I think that actually, if Caffrey plays, and one of these two games will be for the Columbus playoff live. So I believe Caffrey will get the nod Saturday, and I believe, and you're going to shoot me for this one, Columbus 4-3.
Ooh.
What if Saturday Night Disco? Yes.
Saturday night, 7:05 puck drop.
No, it's a 6:35 puck drop.
Oh, I was looking at it wrong.
So, so it's me now.
Yes.
That's I'm gonna continue the fighting, but it's gonna be a fight between fans because you're gonna have a random Carolina fan show up, and they hate each other. So, and it's gonna be a 4-3 win for Columbus. So, you poo.
Alright, now we gotta go to the final game of the season. Same place, same two teams, but they are the last game scheduled for Sunday at 5:35. So basically there is no fixed scheduling as of right now. What is your score for Sunday afternoon, Rob?
I say it's going to be 5-4 overtime shootout.
Ooh, good way to end the season. Damon.
Shootout.
I'm going to agree on a shootout, but I'm going to say 3-4. Us. You know, we're going to win. It's going to be a little bit lower score than what he said. Closer game.
Alright.
With my line brawl.
Justin.
You see a line? Oh,
Yes, he said line brawl.
I say
okay. Understood.
3-2 shootout with extra rounds.
Wow.
Wow, I shoot
Us.
the first
You know, Scott would love you guys. I'm not gonna lie, Scott Brand would love you guys right now. He loves hockey that much. Matter of fact, he did the great advertisement to say when the Prowlers was down there last. You know, the people in Michigan need to come down there and watch some hockey. You know,
That'd be another great road trip.
Yes.
AKA bring your money. I give it up for you, Scott. You great advertising community. Now, as for me in this thing, consider that everybody, you've gotten holy first because you went to church. Then you got to go to a hockey game and you have to repent for your sins later.
Yes.
So I agree with both these two. I agree with Justin more though. But the score is going to be a 5-4 Prowlers victory going to a shootout. And yes, Kelly, definite road trip.
Georgia.
Prepare yourself to warm weather. But anyway, fight for definitely extra round shootout. And the two goalies that are in net will be Caffrey and Gutting.
I guess this is the final prediction of the season, guys.
Yes.
I'm kind of sad about it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, you got no choice, man. I mean, we can predict. We have one more prediction we can do, but that's next week. Unfortunately, it's not with the Prowlers, but you know.
Right.
But what you got for the Prowlers? This is the last one we got. So go ahead.
Yep, this is the last final prediction for us. These guys.
It's gonna be a 3-2 shootout win, and I don't think there's gonna be any fights because Columbus is still fighting for their playoff hopes. So they're fighting for their playoff lives. So they're gonna try to not be suspended at all. So that's.
Well, to end the show off, I'm just gonna say that this is my personal to Mr. Scott Brand and the people in Columbus. When we come down there, I expect you to put us in a hotel room. Tell us to find us a hotel, put us there. Room service is a must. Room service is a must for sure, no doubt there. We want tickets to the game. Matter of fact, we want tickets to the press box, and we want you to interview us.
Yes.
We want you to interview us. If you can't, if you can't do the hotel or the room service or the tickets to the game, well, at least give us tickets to the game, and you will interview us. Because
Yes.
we would love to come down there.
I mean, you gotta. If we already interviewed you twice, so might as well.
Right.
You gotta return the favor.
So we'll give you our history too.
So.
All right, gentlemen, that is our show for this evening.
See you next week.
We'll see you next week.
You know, stay out of trouble, stay safe.
That's all, folks.
It's all, y'all.
Bye.